Today we are talking about how to view your applicants within Munis. This is for your job requisition. So we are going to first of all show you how to get to your job requisition so that you can see where the applicants are and then view their application screens. So first of all, we're going to search for the job requisition number. And you have the search button right here that you can click. And then right here where it says requisition, you will type in the number of your department, 60, which is the personnel department. And then we will put a 9 here because this is the 9th posting that the personnel office has had. So again, this section of your requisition number, that is going to be your department. And then this is going to be the number of requisitions you have posted so far. And if you don't remember your requisition number, that's fine. You can just call the personnel office. We'll be more than happy to let you know what it is. So you type that and then you hit enter or the accept button up here. There we go. And so look at the details over here and make sure that this is the job requisition you want to look at the applicants for. You can see right here where the start and end date is, and that is usually a very good indicator of whether this is the right requisition, especially if you have more than one open at one time. So please just remember to double check on that, and if you need to, you can click the paperclip to view the specific job requisition description, job vacancy notice. But we are going to look at the applicants for this position. So you come over here and you click on the applicants button. So here you see the 2 applicants who have applied for that position, and they are listed in the list format, so you will be able to view all of your applicants like that. If you want to sort them by last name alphabetically, which is what this has done, you can do that. You can click on this section. It will list them either from top to bottom or from bottom to top. Also the application date, you can sort by that. You can sort by these other sections as well, but none of these are going to be much different from each other. So I would recommend either the name alphabetizing or the applicant date information. So here we have 2 people, and first of all, I'm going to click on the Munis applicant test and see what their application looks like. So we're going to click on them, and that will bring up their application screen. Now, the Munis applicant test does not have a whole lot of information on its screen, but there are a couple areas I want to show you. So first of all, you can see the name, the last name and the first name of the person. You can see whether or not they have applied under a previous name, which is important in case someone has been applying for a while and they have gotten married or divorced or otherwise changed their name. You can see when they applied and when they last updated their application. And down here where you see the file folder icons, these are going to be important information for you. If a file folder is yellow, that means there is information in there. So when you click on that, you will be able to see what they put on their application. And see here, the Munis applicant test person, they went to the University of South Carolina and they received a bachelor's degree. So that is important to remember, that any folder that has yellow on it, that folder will have information for you to view. Now, this one is especially important where it says notes and then text in the box, this is the person's long form, free form answers, and this answers a lot of their experience with customer service, their volunteer experience, anything that is a major plus for them experience-wise, but does not necessarily fit neatly onto their resume. So they will be able to expand upon that. So if you click that box, a text box comes up, and the Munis applicant did not put anything in here, but as you can tell, you can get the answers to please list any other education or certification, please list any other activities or honors related to above education. So those questions are here because Munis test did answer those, although minimally. But whatever other question that is long form and free form on the application, the applicant will have answers to it here. The question will be listed between these brackets, and then the answer will be written out beside it. So please, please look at those answers. They will tell you a lot about an applicant. If you would like to see the applicant's application all in one linear fashion, and if you would like to also see their resume and cover letter and whatever else attachments they have put on here, feel free to go to the attach button up here. That is the paper clip, and that will take you to your document minder. And this is called TCM for Tyler Content Management. And when this window pops up, you want to click on the applicant attachment. If you'll notice, that is the only one that has a number on this column, and that means that there are 3 applicant attachments to here, and that means that is where all of those things are. So we're going to click on applicant attachment, make sure that's highlighted, and then we're going to click view documents. And this might take a minute for TCM to come up if you have never had to view applications before, or if you have never viewed applications or things from the paperclip on Munis before. It will take a moment for your computer to do this. So don't get discouraged if it seems to take longer than usual to load. If it's taking forever, past 5 minutes or so, please let us or the finance office know, and we'll see what we can do to help you. But it does take a minute for first time loading. So over here, you see the date, the applicant number, which will be all the same for the same applicant, and you will see the description of documents that are saved within the TCM section of Munis and application. So what you want to do is you want to look at the summary application. That sounds like it has less, but it actually has everything except social security numbers on it. So please use the summary application. And you will see this screen that says download application copy 2.html. That is a link for you to go to a web page that will display their application. And see, this is how the application looks within TCM. It is exactly how the applicant filled it out, and it's in a nice linear fashion. You don't have to keep going back to the main page to click on file folders to see if they have information and what information that might be. So here you have all the information listed, personal contact information, prior name. You also have the answers to those long form questions I was discussing if the applicant answered them. And eligibility requirements, can they perform the essential functions, which is crucial? Can you work the job schedule as listed on the vacancy notice? And the beginning date if hired. All of this very important information for you to see. So this is a very easy way for you to see all of this information in one area. And when you're done, you will just be able to click out of this web page and go back to the document TCM area. So if this person had a resume and a cover letter or any other sort of attachments to their application, they would be listed here, and you would do the same thing. You would click on it and it would display here, or it will give you a link to click on to view it. So that is how you can view applicant information, and we're going to go back to the applicant's main page for a moment. And so that is how you get back to the applicant's main page. All you have to do is exit out of the Tyler Content Management. They are going to be their own web pages. And so here at the very bottom of an applicant's page, you will see a number of whatever number, and so you will be able to page through all of your applications like this. And see, this is the other application that is for this job. Now, I realize 2 applications are very, very, very much fewer than what you will probably be getting. So just realize that you will probably have an average of 100 or more applications depending on the professional qualifications that you have for the job that you are looking for somebody. So please just remember that. Please remember that you will need to take a good amount of time to go through all of these applications, and that you will need to go through all of them to make sure that you have not missed anybody. And if you have a deadline that is not set in stone, but is a 24-hour notice deadline or something like that, or an open until filled, you will need to continue to look at the applications as that goes along. So our recommendation is just to set aside a block of time each week to go through these, not all at once. Do this while you're still receiving applications, but just set aside a time where you're not disturbed, go through a set number, and then do the same thing the next week. That is a good way to not be overwhelmed and to also make sure that you give all of the applications the attention that they need.